It's a headache on the best of days, as 120,000 vehicles squeeze through the LaFontaine Tunnel. But at the end of this month, it's going to get a whole lot worse, as major repairs get underway, and this 6-lane tunnel is reduced to 2 lanes going north and just 1 lane going south.
We understand that it will be complicated for some, for sure, but we hope that some automobilists will use transit.
The transport minister estimates it'll take 3 to 4 times longer to get through the tunnel for the next 3 years. To help commuters, the government is adding 5 free shuttle buses, free parking, and reserved bus lanes across the region. The shuttles will take people through the tunnel to Radisson Metro, where for the next 6 weeks they'll be given free Metro passes. At the same time, Transport Quebec says the Metro Yellow Line from Longueuil will run more frequently. The transport minister says his office will be monitoring the situation every day and will provide solutions to the inevitable problems as they come up. Matt Gilmore, CTV News.
Well, that's comforting that the Transport Department will be monitoring the situation every day, not just ignoring it altogether, because they have a plan in place. That's very, very comforting.
Sure they do. Here we go
LECKNER
again.
is our CJD 800 traffic guru. He is on the line. Rick, we talked about this at the beginning when the government announced this giant $2.3 billion plan to redo LaFontaine Tunnel. And now we got a variety of different things, to be fair, extra shuttle buses, parking, more metros running. What do you think?
Good afternoon. Yeah, we need to be fair. Look, the work has to be done. It's too bad the REM is behind schedule, because it would be good that the work be done when the REM was in full operation. As it stands, and I haven't mentioned the REM at all, you'll notice, but the current plan is to have the REM running only from Brossard to Central Station starting sometime in December. Don't forget, this project is supposed to will last 3 years, and maybe longer, as we know, because sometimes things get delayed. But again, to be fair, the Turcotte interchange did not. That was on budget and on time. There's a lot of attention being paid to this. There are a lot of people very nervous about this, from Transport Quebec to Urgence Santé to police, to everyone, to fire. It will be a problem. There's no escaping that. You just heard Matt discuss some of the options that are available to you. But no matter what they try to do, I think the main thing is for people to try to figure out how not to be in their car alone. I mean, some of this is on us. Okay, if you choose to go through this mess for many years in your car alone, then I'm sorry, you'll suffer, but so will a lot of other people. By the way, they're putting up for the first time, I've never seen this before, they're putting up new message signs that have existed elsewhere. We've talked about technology, but they will tell you how long it will take you to access from a particular point into the tunnel. And apparently these will be planted, if you will, on various stages along Route 25, so you'll know. I mean, all they're going to confirm is that you're going to be late for supper.
I love that. You're already sitting in this, and they're going to tell you how long more you'll be sitting in this before you get to where you want to go, as if you could get out and say, I don't think so, I'll go somewhere else. No, that's obviously not going to happen. Rick, there are a couple of things I want to ask here. Number one, they're asking you not to go that way. If you don't go that way, are we just now going to basically, 6 of one, half dozen of another, and look what's going to happen to the Jacques Cartier Bridge or the Champlain Bridge?
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct, and that's the problem. We live on an island. You can't go 10 kilometers east to save this thing. You're either going to end up at the Jacques Cartier Bridge or in Repentigny, but I would suspect, and I know what you're asking, will the other access points, the bridges, the other passages be affected? And the answer is absolutely yes, particularly the Jacques Cartier Bridge. I mean, it already is out.
Yeah.
We haven't even started the work in a major sense yet, and traffic has been horrific daily, not even just during the rush hour, but almost on a regular basis. It backs up through the Anjou interchange heading to the South Shore. And again, let's remember, there's only going to be 1 lane southbound and 2 northbound. I don't know why that configuration is. Why they're favoring inbound. If anything, I would say don't come to Montreal.
Well, yeah, it would make sense unless they switch it up and then do the other half the other way, 2 lanes one way, 1 lane the other way to make up for that. I'm not sure if that's part of the plan or not.
There's going to be a lot of testing going on through this because there's going to be adjustments that are necessary. It is reassuring to know that they'll be monitoring this on a daily basis, but it's going to be very, very difficult. There's no way around this other than people working from home, possibly even changing your work schedule, I don't think is going to help, quite frankly, because it's going to be bad 24/7.
Yeah, plus you're not going to be the only person changing it, right? Other people will be thinking the same thing.
And your point about the rush hour with the Jacques Cartier, I mean, we come that way to work, and there is no rush hour anymore because it is literally rush hour all the time. Like at any random Wednesday afternoon at 1, you can be totally and completely jammed in that sector. But Rick, what I want to know is, because you mentioned that no one's talking about the REM because it's not going to be done. I have to assume that this work couldn't be delayed any further.
That's an excellent question.
Okay.
My suspicion is, number one, no, but also my suspicion is that they thought the REM would be ready. How many times has the REM been delayed? When they started this thing, also they found out, as we know, I believe it was in July or August, that the tunnels in 60% were shaped than they originally thought it was. So there's no delaying this. They've added $900 million to the price tag, which we all know is going to be more than that. And they're saying it'll take anywhere from 3 to 6 times longer to travel. But that's if there could you imagine if there's a stalled car? Just a stalled car.
No.
Maybe we do what they do in some places where if that happens, especially, and I'm only half kidding when I say this because I've seen this actually happen, it's going to be such a quagmire to begin with. You know, they have those helicopters that fly over with the giant metal plates, and if a car gets stuck, they lower it and actually lift it out of traffic, because how else are you going to get to a car here?
Well, the concern, and I want to at least try to alleviate some concern, because heaven forbid there's a situation inside the tube, inside the tunnel. I mean, we've had a number of situations over the years, not just accidents, but fires. So there is a plan to get emergency vehicles in, and then basically they'll come in from the opposite direction. So if the problem is northbound, the Longueuil Fire Department will come in from the South Shore and vice versa. So, they do have, and there's an emergency measures plan that has been established for this to deal with the ongoing situation, but it's going to have to be monitored on a constant basis.
Yeah. My suggestion is to get around this. If you're one of those people, Rick, tell me if you agree. Just drive to Quebec City, and then on the way back, take the 20 so you can avoid this altogether. I think it'll take you an extra 4 hours, but it might actually take less time than trying to go through La Fontaine Tunnel.
Some people have talked about, I forget the term now, these military bridges that are built, and
temporary bridges,
the temporary bridge, which they talked about when they were doing the Champlain Bridge, and maybe it can be done, maybe it can't be done, but you really got to think out of the box for these things. And, sometimes I do criticize Transport Quebec for a lack of vision, and I'm not sure. I think they thought of everything here, but it's just such a densely used artery. And the fact that we live on an island just complicates the situation, because the options are simply not very numerous at all. So, and we're talking a long period of time, a minimum of 3 years, which starts, ironically, on Halloween. It's going to be scary for that entire
there
period.
You go, yeah.
Trick or treat, definitely a trick. But
definitely a trick.
Rick, I'm having flashbacks to Turcotte here. We were anticipating total and complete hell, and that it was never going to be ending. And it was not fun. Like, I lost my entrance to the highway, and my commute did take 3 times as long. But you just were adaptable, right? So at first you can't accept it. You're going crazy in the car, and then at a certain point you kind of just accept it and give up.
But Natasha, this is worse. This is worse.
Really?
Because with Turcotte, it was within the island. Okay, so there were you could find ways around. You'd be delayed, particularly on the weekend and overnight when they close the roadways. But there are not very many options to this.
You're right.
You said, the Jacques Cartier Bridge is the closest thing, and it's bad now. It takes an hour to go down Papillon now to get onto the bridge. So with the Turcotte, as I say, there were all kinds of, you could find your own side street to go through, or back lane, or heaven knows what. But you can't do that with the tunnel.
Yes, the bearer of more good news, Rick LECKNER, our CJD 800 traffic.
I think we'll be talking often.
Yeah, I think we may be. By the way,
I think I may make an investment and start a helicopter service.
I will point one thing out. This is interesting. The Transport Department says commuters can consult their webpage, right? The details, what they're going to be doing.
Thank you for mentioning that.
I checked just.
I'm talking to you, and I'm looking at this Facebook page, which is quite good actually. It's Réfection majeure du tunnel Louis-H. Lafontaine, and it's populated with all kinds of information. I suggest you bookmark it, take a look at it, because it seems that they're going to keep you up to date. For once, they're really priming the communications tools here, and I think they're doing a good job.
Okay, I will just say that I'm on Transport Quebec's actual website, not their Facebook page, and despite the fact that when you first call it up, it's bilingual, when you go to what's actually happening on the LaFontaine Tunnel, it's in French only.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to let you know. So
that's not going to change, by the way.
Yeah, apparently.
There was an election, by the way, on October 3rd. You remember that?
No, when was that?
Yeah, right.
That's changed a lot. Rick, you have a good weekend. Thank you so much.
And the very same to you. Be safe. We'll
Take
be
good
talking.
care. Rick LECKNER. Yeah, and we will be talking. Remember, it doesn't start till October 31st, but they also tell us they're going to have kind of a run-through. So between October 21st and 23rd, cars will not be able to drive northbound in the tunnel, and then the following week, the 28th to the 30th, the southbound part of the tunnel will be closed. That's not to upset you. That's just to get you used to what's going to be happening for the next 3 years.
It's going to be a mess.
But only for 3 years. So it's not like 4 years.
What about a hovercraft? A hovercraft to just go right across the...
All good ideas.